On the record in docket 2801-930. That's City of Lansing versus Patrice Clark. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Morning, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan-Lawrence appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Erin Robbins, Assistant Public Defender for Ms. Clark.
And you are Patrice Clark, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, and you can hear me all right, Ms. Clark?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ms. Hagan-Lawrence, this is the time set for a pretrial. How are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. I have had an opportunity to extend an offer to Ms. Robinson to amend the charge of fighting to the civil infraction, breach of the peace, disorderly person under Lansing City Ordinance 66401 sub C. And I believe she intends to accept that offer.
That's correct.
Okay. Breach of the peace, city ordinance. Is that a 90-day and $100?
It's a civil infraction,
Okay, so-
not more or not less than $150.
All right. And Ms. Robinson, that's your understanding to amend, to amend the information to breach of the peace under the city ordinance 664.01 C, and that's a fine of $150. And Ms. Clark, that's your understanding of what we're doing today?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to bring your attention. May I inquire of your client, Ms. Robinson, concerning the admission of responsibility for the civil infraction?
Sure, I don't think it's necessary. I think they just have to say they admit responsibility.
Right, so. Let me get the time and date. I don't see for my file. The other side. All right, Ms. Clark. In regards to July 1st of 2020, at the offense location of 5919 South Waverly, City of Lansing, State of Michigan, Ingham County. It's my understanding that you're going to plead responsibility to breach of the peace on that day. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And that's a violation 664.01 C. The fine for that is $150.
Okay.
Do you need some time to pay that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My understanding is there's a bond that's going to be applied to that. Do we know how much that is? All right, so you have a bond for this case. They'll take the fine $150 out and they'll refund the balance, okay?
Okay.
All right. Anything else for the record in this file? Docket 2001930, Ms. Hagan-Lawrence?
No, Your
Ms.
Honor.
Robinson?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. That's all for the record in this file. And Ms. Clark, you're free to go. Thank you.
Okay, thank you too.
Sir, on the Galaxy A12 cell phone, can you identify yourself?
Yes, William Purcell.
Wayne Purcell. All right, you're here for your 8:30 civil case.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Asphalt, what case are you here for?
I'm on the Parcel case, Your Honor.
All
Cedar,
right, you're here for Cedar Creek?
yes.
All right, thank you. All right, so Mr. Smith, I'll call your case next.
Are you referring to me, Judge? You're going to call my,
Yeah, I'm gonna call the, let's see.
I'd like a chance to talk to Mr. Parcel if possible.
All right, Mr. Purcell, well, let me call the case real quick and I'll see if we can get a breakout room.
Very good.
So I'm gonna call the docket at 2201118. People, that's Cedar Creek MS LLC versus William Purcell. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Christopher Asphalt, 53129 for the plaintiff.
And sir, you are William Purcell?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. This is the time set for a motion in the matter. Mr. Purcell, the legal representative, Mr. Asphalt, from Cedar Creek, has requested if you're amenable to meet with you in a breakout room to see if you can resolve some of these issues. Would you be amenable to meeting with him in a breakout room?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna have Mr. Asphalt and Mr. Purcell placed in a breakout room. Is Garcia here? All right, Mr. Smith, I'll call your case. We're on the record in docket 1700791. That is LAFCU versus Mercedes Salcida. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
For plaintiff LAFCU, Tim Smith, P48259. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. And ma'am, you are Mercedes Tabor Salcida?
Yes, I am.
All right. This is the time set for discovery in this matter. Mr. Smith, how did you want to proceed?
I think we're here for the original subpoena was just for creditor examination. She failed to appear. I think we're here for discovery after bench warrant. So if we could get a breakout room, we can start with the examination.
Ms. Salcida, the legal representative, would like to meet with you in a breakout room. Is it all right if I place you in a breakout room with Mr. Smith?
Yes, it is.
All right, I'm going to have Mr. Smith and Ms. Tabor Salcida placed in a breakout room. As if I'm doing anything. All right, Mr. Brown, you're here on the Dorman Garno property matter.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
Good. And yourself?
Good, good. So I'm calling in the record docket 22-01517. That is Dorman LLC and Garno Property versus Felicia Baker and Gregory Baker. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Yes, my
Yes.
name is, oh, go ahead. Oh, my name is Felicia Baker.
Thank you, Ms. Baker. And you can hear me all right, Ms. Baker?
Yes, yes.
All right. And is Mr. Baker with you? Is Gregory Baker with you today?
No, he's not.
All right. Go ahead, Mr. Brown.
Yes, Attorney Chris Brown representing plaintiff in this matter.
Okay, this is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Mr. Brown, how would you like to proceed?
If I could have a breakout room with Miss Baker for possible settlement negotiation purposes.
Ms. Baker, would you be amenable to speaking to Mr. Brown in a breakout room? This is a pretrial to see if we can resolve some of these issues before setting it for trial.
Yes, I can.
All right. I'll place Mr. Brown and Ms. Baker in a breakout room.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. Ms. Hagan Lawrence, are you there?
Yes, Your Honor.
our 9 o'clock, Mr. Brown is here. Did you need to meet with him before the hearing?
I can, yes. Was he denied again from the public defender's office?
Yeah.
I think after the
yeah,
last hearing,
so-
okay.
So I can put him on an iPad, so you can
Oh,
meet.
is he here in person?
He's here in person. He's in the courtroom.
Okay, perhaps it'd be easier if I just ran up to speak with
right.
him in person. We can do it. Okay, I'll be right there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't want to do it. I just don't.
All right, Mr. Asbach, are you ready on the Cedar Creek matter?
I am, Judge.
All right. So we'll go back on the record in docket 22-01245. And Mr. Asbach, you're here for Cedar Creek?
I am.
All right. And Mr. Purcell and Mr. Asbach, did you have the opportunity to speak in a breakout room?
Yes, Your
I
Honor.
did, Judge, and I think we've come to an agreement. It is essentially as follows. Mr. Purcell is going to enter, we've entered into a payment arrangement where he's going to pay $100 a month. I don't think it's necessary to file like an amended judgment or anything like that. He's just going to make his $100 a month payments. He's going to withdraw his motion for today. And as long as he makes his $100 payments, we will not garnish any wages or take any other collection actions. If he misses a payment, then we will take whatever lawful steps we can to enforce the judgment.
Mr. Purcell, is that your understanding? It's going to be $100 a month payment in agreement with Cedar Creek. You're withdrawing your motion for today, and that's the extent of the agreement today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Asbach, did you want to? Are you following this up with an order, or am I just dismissing the case today?
Well, I as it stands right now, there's a default judgment has been entered, I believe.
Okay.
And so that will just remain. And Mr. Purcell, I believe your phone number was listed on your motion. Was that correct? Did you put your phone number on there? Well, why don't you just give
Yes, I did. Yep. Yep.
it is.
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
I do see
because after we're off the record later today, I'll give you a call to give you the details about, the different kinds of ways you can make your $100 a month payment. If you want to do it by phone or if you want to mail it in, I'll give you the address and all that.
All right.
Okay, so I'll call you a little later this morning with those details.
All right, so the motion is withdrawn. There's going to be $100 a month payment, and the parties are going to work out the details concerning that payment process.
That is correct.
Anything else for the record?
I don't believe
Mr.
so.
Asbach? All right,
No.
anything else, Mr. Purcell?
When is the end date on that? if the payments went through for the $100, when would be the end date on that? When would be my last payment?
Well, I don't know. $150 would have been 12 months. So we agreed to 100. So I believe it'll be about 18. But when I call you later today, I can give you the exact.
All right, Mr. Purcell, does that answer your question?
Yep.
All right. So that's all for the record, docket 22-01245. Both parties, thank you for your appearance today.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank
You too. Thank you, Mr. Purcell.
Yep. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Brown, you can come up here. So we're on the record in docket 20-01001. That's City of Lansing versus John Brown. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Thank you, Your Honor. On behalf of the City of Lansing, Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan-Lawrence.
And so you are John Brown?
Yes.
All right. This is the time set for a pre-trial in the matter. How are we proceeding today, Ms. Hagan-Lawrence?
Thank you, Your Honor. I have extended an offer to Mr. Brown to resolve this case, and I believe he is willing to accept the offer. I have offered to dismiss count 2, the open intox, if Mr. Brown pleads to count 1, a high BAC. We have talked about an agreement, a killabrew, to no upfront jail in the matter.
Let me make sure I've got this. So I'll reiterate that for the record. I want to make sure that this is. So count 2 is dismissed, plead guilty to count 1, and killabrew agreement and no upfront jail.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Brown, is that your understanding of what we're doing here? I have that we're going to plead that we're going to dismiss count 2 with a bleed to count 1 in the information.
Yes, sir.
All right. And there's an agreement of no upfront jail in the matter. All right. I'm gonna read you some rights you have in this case. All right. I'll walk you through them. You know, you understand the maximum amount of penalty in this case is $180 and or 180 days and or $700. Do you understand that? There is an agreement to killabrew no upfront jail, which indicates that the two parties have met and they agree to no upfront jail. And then it's up to the judge whether I'm going to follow that or not. If I don't follow it, you always have the opportunity to withdraw your plea, okay, under the killabrew arrangement. I don't see anything that would indicate why I won't follow it, all right? If your plea is accepted, you will not have a trial of any kind, so you'll be giving up the following rights. You'll be giving up the right to have witnesses called in your defense, the right to cross-examine all witnesses, the right to testify to remain silent without the inference being drawn from your silence, the presumption of innocence, the requirement that your guilt be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those rights that you'd be giving up? All right. You also have the right, if we went to a trial, to have a lawyer with you and to contest any of the city's charges against you. Do you understand that, sir? All right. We've gone over the plea agreement. So today you're waiving your right and you're pleading guilty to the misdemeanor because you are guilty. I'm gonna have you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? All right. I'm going to bring your attention, sir, back to January 18th of 2020 at the offense location of Maple and North King in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, state of Michigan. Were you operating a motor vehicle in a place open to the general public on that day at that time? Okay. And did you later find out that while you were operating the vehicle, that you had a blood alcohol content of over 0.17? All right. any questions concerning the factual basis in regards to the City of Lansing ordinance and the motor vehicle code 2576251C? All right, thank you. I find the plea to be understanding, voluntarily, and accurate. I'm going to refer to probation. For a pre-sentence report.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Your Honor.
Yes.
I think maybe I missed it, but I didn't actually hear a plea. I thought we just did the factual basis. Did we do that before? I could have missed it.
I'm confused.
I
I
think-
thought I did.
Okay, I think I missed it.
So,
Apologies.
just to cover. So you raised your right hand, correct? Yeah, you sworn in. Yeah, I indicated that you were driving a motor vehicle with a BAC over 0.17. All right. That was in a place open to the public in the city of Lansing, County, state of Michigan. All right. Did I miss anything?
No.
Okay. I'm possible. I know.
No, I messed up. I
Okay.
apologize.
So I find your plea to be understanding, voluntarily, and accurate in your factual basis. I'm going to refer to you probation for a pre-sentence report. Can you make it to probation today?
Could I do it right away?
Yes, you can go right down there right away, but they're gonna meet with you and talk to you. So do you have some time? You have to do it within the next 48 hours. So if you can do it today, it'd be perfect. If you can do it, if you can carve out some time within the next 48 hours, that'll work too. But I always think if you're here, why not get it done? Yeah.
It'll work in the next couple hours or something.
Yeah, if it's the next couple hours, you should be able to knock it out before you leave. Okay, so either way, just refer to I'm going to refer you to probation within the next 48 hours. All right. Okay. And what they're going to do is that they're going to prepare a pre-sentence report for me, and I'll be able to read that before I sentence you on the date that I'm going to give you. Okay. All right. Do we have a sentencing date?
September 27th at 9.
So the date of sentence will be September 27th at 9 a.m. Okay.
Okay.
And if you get your probation stuff done, they'll prepare a report, and then we'll be ready to go on that date. All right, sir? Okay. Anything else for the record, Ms. Hagan Lawrence?
No, Your Honor.
Anything, Mr. Brown? Any
No.
questions of me? All right. So we'll see you on September 27th. Have a nice day. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Hagan
Thank
Lawrence.
you.
So we're back on the record in docket 170700791. That is LAFQ versus Mercedes Sauceda. Mr. Smith, did you have the opportunity to speak with Ms. Sauceda in breakout room?
I did, Your Honor. We were able to complete the Q&A part of the examination. There are some documents that need to be produced that would be responsive to this court subpoena, including records relating to employment, a number of different bank accounts, and registration to a vehicle. Ms. Sauceda thought that 14 days would be enough time to secure those documents and get them to me. She understands they need to be mailed to my office. More importantly, we did reach an understanding as to a wage assignment that we would simply like to put on the record, so I don't have to mail it to her, get a signature from her, get it back, get it to you, et cetera. She's agreed to, and please, Ms. Sauceda, correct me if I'm wrong, that she gets paid biweekly and has agreed to a wage assignment at $100 per pay period through her current employer, which is Tutor Time in Okemos.
So if she's paid bi-weekly, and you'll be receiving
$100 out of every paycheck.
$100 every paycheck.
Yeah. So it's just easiest that way. So it's $100 per paycheck. If she could just, for purposes of making a record, If she can simply acknowledge and agree to that, I can prepare same and submit straight to the court for signature.
Yes, I
Thank you, Ms.
agree.
All right, thank you, Ms. Tabor Salcida. So that's your understanding of the agreement. It's $100 per paycheck.
Yes, it is.
All right, and then, Mr. Smith, you indicated that the completion of today's initial Q&A will be within 14 within 14 days with some paperwork. Is that correct?
Yeah, she's pulled almost everything together. There's one more set of bank records she's going to secure, and she's going to get those to my office within 14 days. I don't think we need a control date at this point. If I don't see documents, I can simply, I'll just simply file a show cause. I don't anticipate any issues, though. She seems very genuine in her intent to get this taken care of and to secure the records in question.
All right, thank you. Ms. Tabor Salcida, do you have any questions of me about this process?
No, I do not, sir.
All right, thank you. Well, then I think all that's needed is, Mr. Smith, you'll follow this up with a wage assignment order. Is that correct?
Correct. We'll prepare and submit to the court for execution.
All right. Anything else in the record for the record in docket 1700791, Mr. Smith?
Nothing on my end. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Tabor Salcida, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you're free to leave. Thank you for your appearance. Have a nice day.
As
Thank
well,
you.
Judge. Thank you.
And then, Mr. Brown, are you ready to proceed on your case?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, so we're back on the record in docket 22-01517. And Mr. Brown, you've had the opportunity to speak with Ms. Baker in a breakout room?
I have, Your Honor, and we've reached a proposed consent agreement. May I put the terms on the record?
You may.
And I do understand that Gregory Baker is not present, so hopefully he'll agree with those terms. And after I tell the court what those terms are, I will be submitting it on just a regular dismissal court form. And then at the very, very bottom, under the conditional section, I will write in or type in, plaintiff may keep security deposit, period. Plaintiff will pay $350 to defendants, period. And then mutual release of all claims between the parties. That will be the exact language, and I believe Ms. Baker is in agreement with that. Ms. Baker has provided her email address to me. I'm going to prepare that here shortly within the next hour, hopefully, and shoot that over to her, and hopefully she'll be able to print it off, sign it, and grab or obtain Gregory Baker's signature as well, hopefully, and then we'll submit that to the court. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So, Ms. Baker, I'll restate that just so there's misunderstanding and we make a record. That the plaintiff is going to follow up with an order requesting that the plaintiff keeps a security deposit, that the plaintiff is owed $350, and then that completes all claims in this case. Is that your understanding of the agreement? I'm sorry, Mr. Brown.
No, the plaintiff is going to pay $350 to
Okay.
defendants.
That's a big difference. Oh,
Yes.
So my understanding is the plaintiff may keep security deposit and the plaintiff's going to pay $350 to the defendants, and that completes all claims. Is that correct, ma'am?
Correct.
And then you're going to see if you can also get Mr. Baker to sign on once it's sent to you from Mr. Brown. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, thank you. The court will await the order to meet the file. Anything else for the record, Mr. Brown, on docket 22-01517?
Nothing at all, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
All right, Ms. Baker, do you have any questions of me?
No, I do not.
All right, thank you, ma'am. That's all for the record in 22-01517. Thank you for your appearance today, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't have my email yet. Email.
I think we probably can finish one, Julian. So we're on the record in docket 22-01118. That's City of Lansing versus Julian Garcia. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan Lawrence appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
And this is the time set. It was set for 8:30. It's now 9:08. I don't see Mr. Garcia in the Zoom courtroom, and I don't see him in the actual courtroom. Ms. Hagan Lawrence, how are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, due to his failure to appear, we would request a bench warrant bond forfeiture with a 48-hour hold, since this appears to be his first failure to appear.
Yeah, I don't have any further failure to appear. This was set for final pretrial today, is that correct?
It was, Your Honor. We did stipulate to no witnesses being required.
Correct. All right. So the court will issue a bench warrant and bond forfeiture with a 48-hour hold. Anything else for the record, Ms. Sutter Lawrence, Ms. Hagan Lawrence?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Spencer, you're here for your 9:30 or your 9 o'clock?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is your attorney Aaron Robinson?
It is, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Robinson, would you like to speak with Mr. Spencer?
Yes, please.
All right. I'm going to have Mr. Spencer and Ms. Robinson placed in a breakout room. Ms. Robinson, did you need to speak with Ms. Hagan Lawrence before we go on the record?
No, Judge, we're all set.
All right, thanks. So we're on the record in docket 22-01426, and then there's two accompanying tickets, 22L2726162 and 22L2726163. That's City of Lansing versus Eric Spencer. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan Lawrence appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Aaron Robinson, Assistant Public Defender for Mr. Spencer.
And sir, you are Eric Spencer?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, and you can hear me all right, Mr. Spencer?
Yes, I can.
All right. Ms. Hagan Lawrence, this is the time set for a pretrial today. How are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. I had a conversation with Ms. Robinson. It is my understanding that we are requesting to set this matter for a final pretrial to give Mr. Spencer a bit more time to correct these issues with the Secretary of State. I do believe we have a stipulation to no witnesses required.
All right, so we'll set this for final pretrial and jury trial. We'll get both dates set. And I'll put on the record that there is a stipulation to no witnesses. To no witnesses. Ms. Robinson, is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor, but I would just like to set it for a final pretrial at this time. I don't think there's a need for a jury trial date.
Well, if we set it for jury trial, then we can indicate that they've both been set and it kind of is a date certain in the matter, which I think this one now we're getting close to 50 days on the matter. So give me, I'm gonna set it for final pretrial. What date is that?
August 30th at 8:30.
August 30th.
Your Honor, then we would request a final pretrial date a little bit later out. I mean, he's waiting on some documents to come back from Arizona so that he can get his license. And really, it's just Arizona that's holding him up. So, I mean, through no fault of his own, or if we're continuing on the case, I understand that you want to move cases along, but I mean, he can't really comply unless he gets those documents.
So we'll set it for. So give me 6. So we'll set final pretrial for September 6th at 8:30. And we'll set the jury trial for September 20th at 8:15. Between those two dates, there should be plenty of time, hopefully. Anything else for the record, Ms. Hagan Lawrence?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, so to reiterate those dates, September 6th for the final pretrial at 8:30 and a set for jury trial on September 20th at 8:15. Anything else for the record, Ms. Robinson?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Spencer, we'll see you on September 6th at 8:30 and September 20th is your jury trial date at 8:15. I understand you're waiting for some documents, so hopefully those two dates will suffice. All right, sir?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. That's all for the record in that file.
Taking down the mirrors in my room. Starting medication saves me. From her, getting a prescription 100% online has never been easier.
Will the person on the cell phone please identify themselves?
Ernest Mack.
I'm released for your depression at Fort Hurley.
Say it again, sir. I can't hear you.
Ernest Mack.
Ernest Mack. Mr. Mack, you're here for your 11:30.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know what time it was. I knew I had to go, but I couldn't find the letter.
Yeah, you're here. You're supposed to be here at 11:30, sir.
Here or in the Zoom?
Oh, he loves it.
Right? It's all right. You're on the cell phone. You just have to be. You have to call back at 11:30. That's when your case will be.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Mr. Morris, you're here on the Grissom case.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Very well. No. I mean, this is only family. I'm sorry, I
All right, we're on the record in docket 22 L2738471. That's City of Lansing versus Rita L. Grissom. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan Lawrence appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Peter Samores here on behalf of Ms. Grissom, who is present and seated to my right.
And ma'am, you are Rita Grissom,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you can hear me all right, Ms. Grissom?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, this is the time set for a plea, a change plea in the matter. Ms. Hagan Lawrence, how are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. I've had an opportunity to speak with the attorney in this matter, and I have extended an offer to amend the disobeying a traffic signal to drove without due care and or caution. That's under MCL 257.627 parent 1. This is a 2-point civil infraction.
And is that a $130 fine?
Your Honor, I believe it is one of the fines set standard by the court. $130 sounds correct, but I'm not 100% sure.
All right, give me 1 second to make sure, and then we'll proceed with the admission of responsibility. All right, so that is the extent. It is a 2-point civil infraction with a $130 fine. Mr. S'mores, is that your understanding that your client will be admitting responsibility to driving without caution?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And do you intend to accept that responsibility on behalf of your client, or is Ms. Grissom going to do the admission?
I can accept responsibility on behalf of my client. I think that.
Okay.
That
So ma'am, just so we're certain, this would be an admission, not a guilty plea or anything. It'd be an admission to a civil infraction of driving without caution. There's a 2-point civil infraction, 2 points on your license, and a fine of $130. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to bring your attention back to July 14th of 2022. Were you driving at the area of Cedar and Jolly?
Yes, Your Honor.
And pursuant in violation of 257.627 parents 1, were you driving or an indication that you were driving without caution?
I guess, Your Honor, I've never done a factual based on a civil infraction. I guess she's admitting responsibility. She could she could be well within her rights to simply say, as far as I'm concerned, it was yellow, but they offered this, and this is a civil case, and she's accepting the offer. But I guess.
Enough. Yeah, I just need an admission responsibility to 257.627 parents 1.
And as her civil attorney, I will gladly accept that on her behalf. Well, I don't know if gladly is the right word, but I've given authority to accept that on Ms. Grissom's behalf. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you. That's all I need. That's a 2-point civil infraction and $130 fine. Do you need some time to pay that, ma'am?
Yeah, at least a week.
All right, so we'll do 2 weeks to pay the fine. And you can do that to the City of Lansing, a criminal division on the 6th floor. And you can pay in person, online, or you can call it in, all right?
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Anything else for the record and docket? Get this right. 22L2738471, Ms. Hagan Lawrence.
No, Your Honor.
Anything, Mr. S'mores?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Grissom, you have 2 weeks to pay that, and thank you for your appearance. Have a nice day.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks.
Let's see. There we go. Oh, no, there we go.
Ms. Hagan Lawrence, are you ready on Ms. Misiak and Ms. Quick?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm waiting just to see if the cell phone is either one of them that's coming in,
Understood.
just to be safe.
I will need a breakout room, please, with Miss Misiak.
Ms. Misiak is not present. That I know of.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Would the M8L plus please identify themselves? Yes, ma'am, that's you.
That would be me.
Yes, yes,
My
ma'am.
name is Viola Bertley.
All right, you're here for your 9:30, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. We're going to take care of a couple of cases in front of you, and then we'll call your case. Did you need to speak with your lawyer in the matter?
That would be great.
All right, Miss Robinson, are you on Miss Bertley's case?
I am not, Your Honor. That's Miss Sutter's case.
All right. And when Miss Sutter gets here, I'll place you in a breakout room with your lawyer. All right, ma'am?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, let's call to the record docket 22-01688. That's City of Lansing versus Natalie Misiak. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan Lawrence appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Karen Robinson, Assistant Public Defender for Miss Misiak.
And this was scheduled for 9 o'clock today. It's now 9:30. Miss Misiak, how would you like to, I'm sorry, Miss Hagan Lawrence, how would you like to proceed today?
Thank you, Your Honor. The city would request a bench warrant bond forfeiture. This appears to be the defendant's first failure to appear, so we would request a 48-hour hold.
48-hour hold. Ms. Robinson?
Yes, Your Honor, I would also request the 48-hour hold in this matter, as I believe it is her first failure to appear.
Thank you. So yeah, it appears that the defendant is not in the courtroom or the Zoom room. This is the defendant's first fail to appear, so I'll place a 48-hour hold on the bench warrant bond forfeiture. Anything else for the record, Ms. Hagan Lawrence?
No, Your Honor.
Anything, Ms. Robinson?
No, Your Honor.
All right, that's all for the record, docket 22-01688. Then we have docket 20-03198. That's that's City of Lansing versus Nicole M. Quick. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan Lawrence, appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
And I do note for the record that Ms. Quick is not present in the courtroom or the Zoom room. This was set for 9 o'clock. It's now 9:32. I also have an indication that it appears she was denied counsel by the Public Defender's Office. Ms. Hagan Lawrence, how would you like to proceed today?
Thank you, Your Honor. The city would request a bench warrant bond forfeiture. It appears to be Ms. Quick's first failure to appear, so we would request a 48-hour hold.
And the court indicates that this is the defendant's first fail to appear for this file. So I will indicate that the defendant failed to appear, but I will hold it for 48 hours. Anything else for the record in docket 20-03198 from the city?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. That's all for the record in this file. Ms. Robinson, is Mr. Long your case or Ms. Sutter's case?
That's Ms. Sutter's case, and she will be logging on shortly.
All right, thank you. Mr. Long, your public defender is in a breakout room with another client, and then I'll ask if you also want to meet with her after she's done with that client, okay?
Okay, I won't, but all right.
All right, thank you, sir.
Gotcha.
All right, so are we ready on Leola Bertley?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 22 L2708912 and 911. That's City of Lansing versus Leola Bertley. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan Lawrence appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Ms. Bertley, who was present via Zoom.
And ma'am, you are Leola Bertley?
Yes.
And you can hear me all right, Ms. Bertley?
Yes.
All right, this is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Ms. Hagan Lawrence, how are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. I've had an opportunity to confer with Ms. Sutter regarding this case. We are requesting either an adjournment or a new pretrial in 30 days so that Ms. Bertley can fix her driver's license and we can get to a resolution.
Okay, so we're requesting a 30-day adjournment for compliance and resolution. Is that your understanding, Ms. Sutter?
It is, Your Honor.
All right, so a new date, 30 days out. We'll do a second pretrial. So I'll set it for second pretrial on September 13th at 9:30. Anything else, Ms. Hagan Lawrence?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutter?
I don't think so, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Bertley. Keep in contact with your attorney Lauren Sutter, and we'll see you back here on September 13th at 9:30, okay?
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. That's all for the record in this file.
Ms. Bertley, you're free to log off. If you tap the screen, you'll see that red leave button and you can exit the courtroom that way.
Ms. Sutter, did you need to speak with Mr. Long, or are we ready to proceed on that case?
We're ready to proceed, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. So we're on the record in docket 20-02894 and 20-03163. City of Lansing versus Treson Long. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record?
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hagan Lawrence appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Long, who is present via Zoom.
And sir, you are Treson Long?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can hear me all right, Mr. Long?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Hagan Lawrence, this is the time set for a pretrial. How are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. I've had an opportunity to confer with Ms. Sutter and convey an offer in this matter. I believe that her client intends to accept that offer. I have offered that if the defendant please to file 02894, the drove unlicensed, I will dismiss file 03163. Drove unlicensed is a 2-point misdemeanor under 257.904A with a maximum penalty of 90 days and or $100.
I, all right, so my understanding, and Ms. Sutter, you can correct me if I'm wrong, that the defendant is going to plead to file 20-02894, which is driving while unlicensed under MCL 257.904A. That's a 2.90 days and or $100 for that. And with that, the file 20-03163 is to be dismissed.
That's my understanding, sir.
All right. And Ms. Sutter, may I inquire of your client concerning the driving while unlicensed file?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, you understand that driving while unlicensed pursuant to this misdemeanor is a 90-day and or $100 penalty? You understand 90 days and or $100 are the most that of your exposure in the case? Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. You also know that there'll be a 2-point violation by the Secretary of State if you plead guilty to this file. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to cover some of your rights in this case. If your plea is accepted, you will not have a trial of any kind, and you'll be giving up the following rights. That's the right to have witnesses called in your defense, the right to cross-examine all witnesses, the right to testify or to remain silent without an inference being drawn from your silence, the presumption of innocence, you'd be giving up that right, and the right that would require the city of Lansing to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you're guilty of this offense. Do you understand you'd be giving up all those rights in this case?
Yes, sir.
And you're represented by Ms. Sutter, and she'd have the opportunity to contest any charges, cross-examine any witnesses in a trial on your behalf. Do you understand that, sir?
Understood.
All right. So you're waiving those rights, and you're actually pleading guilty to this file because you are guilty. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to have you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to bring your attention back to September 23rd of 2020 at the offense location of Holmes at or near King in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, state of Michigan. Were you or had you been driving on that date at that time?
Yes, Your Honor.
And were you stopped by the city of Lansing Police Department?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you have a license on you, or at the time had you not applied for a license?
I hadn't applied for a license then.
Okay, so you're not applied for a license and you were stopped on that date at that time. So I find that in violation of 257.904A. Any questions, Ms. Hagan-Lawrence?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything, Ms. Sutter?
No, Your Honor.
I find your factual basis to be knowing, understanding, and voluntarily given. Ms. Hagan-Lawrence, did you want this referred to probation?
Your Honor, the city would take no position and does not object to immediate sentencing if that is what the court wishes to do.
All right. Yeah, I think my preference would be just to go to immediate sentencing. Would that be your understanding, Ms. Sutter?
That would be my request, yes.
All right. So for this ticket, so in order to go to we'd have a crime victim's right fee of $75, state fee of $50, fines and costs, I would set at $75.
Is that
For
total, Your Honor, or
$200.
I apologize.
Correct, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, is that total for fines and costs, Your Honor?
Yeah, that'd be total for, so it'd be 75, 75, and 50, which would make it 200 in total.
Thank you.
There'll be no upfront jail. And then the Secretary of State will administer the 2-point violation. Mr. Long, do you need some time to pay that $200 fine?
Yeah, I would actually.
All right, would 30 days suffice?
I don't have a job right now. It's hard for me to go to work because I can't drive myself. So, it's just hard to rely on people. So that's my problem right now. I think maybe 45 days, if I could. Just to give it some extra time.
You have an outstanding balance on a ticket that we found for $195 on a speeding ticket. Yeah. So
Actually,
I'm gonna do this so you can set up a payment. I'm gonna refer both of these matters to collections and then let you set up a payment plan so that you've got a plan to figure out both of the costs on both files. I think that's probably a better plan than just assessing and then assessing both for a 45-day period of time.
Okay.
So I'm going to refer to collections. Okay. So I'm going to refer both matters to collections. So report to them within 48 hours and they'll set up a plan for you. All right. So,
Okay.
I mean, so you have a weekly plan. I'm also going to do that with the speeding ticket that's outstanding. I'm going to refer to collections and report within 48 hours. And therefore you've got a plan working. So if you don't pay, you don't hit bench warrant status or they don't show cause you. So I think that's probably preferable, just setting up the plan in that regard. So report to them within 48 hours. Both of these will go to them and then you can set up a plan. All right, Mr. Long?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, anything else, Ms. Hagan Lawrence, on any of these files? 20-02894, which is the plea, and 20-03163, which is dismissed today per the agreement.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything, Ms. Sutter?
No, Your Honor, other than to tell Mr. Long, I'll send you an email with how to get in contact with collections.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Ms. Sutter. Mr. Long, you're all set today, okay?
Okay, thanks, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Have a nice day.
You too.
Ms. Sutter, I think that's all for today. And Ms. Hagan Lawrence, I think we're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All of
Thank
you have
you.
a wonderful day.
You too.
All right. Have a nice day. Thanks.
This is Pablo Flores.
Mr. Flores, the judge will be with you in just a few minutes, all right?
Hello. Yeah, this is Pablo.
Hello?
On the number ending in 1758, what's your name, please?
Pablo Flores.
No, Mr. Flores, I got you. I'm talking to the person on the cell phone.
Ernest Mack.
All right, Mr. Mack, the judge will be with you in just a moment.
All right.
So, Mr. Flores, let's go on the record on your file.
Yeah.
Docket 20-03466. And you are Pablo Flores the third?
Yeah, correct.
And you can hear me all right, sir?
Yes, I can.
We had a show cause today because of the $250 debt you owe to the city of Lansing. So they show caused you.
I completely understood what happened. When we got done with court, I think she was supposed to call me back to let me know how I was gonna pay that because I had bonded out and I thought that was gonna come out of my bond, Your Honor. So truly, I apologize for that. Can I give a payment today and then pay it all on the 3rd of the September coming up? I'm disabled and I just got over COVID, Your Honor. I'm just trying to rest up and get my body back to normal.
So let's have you make a payment today.
Yeah, I got $50 right now. I can pay with my card, and then I can pay the rest on the 3rd when I get my disability check right on my card.
All right, so we can make a payment today on the 16th, and then a payment on the
3rd.
Was the date that you? The
I want to
3rd?
pay on the 3rd. I'll pay all of it,
All right.
whatever the remaining balance.
And you can make that to the city of Lansing. You can call them today and make a payment.
Okay, so when I'm done with you, can I just call down to the city of Lansing and tell them I want to pay $50? And pay
Yes, and you can say we had this hearing, and you pay 50. You're going to pay $50 today, and then you're going to pay the rest on September 3rd.
Yes, Your Honor.
That work?
Yep, that'll work. That worked. I truly apologize. It was a misunderstanding on my behalf, and I truly apologize for that.
No worries. If you're able to take care of this, then this thing will be done then by September 3rd. That'd be perfect.
I truly, like, again, I caught COVID after the whole court date and everything. I got sick, and if I would have known that I had this hanging over my head, I would have taken care of it. But unfortunately, some bills came up, while I was sick, so I took care of everything. But I got $50 today.
All right. So we'll have Lansing, City of Lansing payment today, $50, and the rest by September 3rd, and you're all set. Okay, Ms. Flores? All right, thank you. Okay, thank you for your appearance.
Have a good day. Bye.
You too. Sir, you are Ernest Mack?
Yes,
All right. I'm going to call your case on docket 21000596. Sir, you've called in today, is that correct?
yes,
And you don't have video capability today?
no.
All right. We're going to take care of two matters. I'm going to first take care of the show cause. You've show cause today for the city of Lansing for a payment of $350 that you owe. I'm going to refer that to collections, sir. So you can call collections in the next 48 hours and set up a date or set up a payment plan. Okay.
All right.
But you're gonna have to appear for collections in 48 hours to set up a payment plan. Do you understand that?
Yes, where's that at downtown?
Yeah, downtown 6th floor.
Okay.
Now, in regards to that's in regards to the fail to stop. You also have a bench warrant for your arrest right now. Did you know that, sir?
I just found out.
Okay, you just found out.
Yeah.
That's on a you need to be arraigned on that, but I can't arraign you unless I can see you or you're in person. So you need to show up Thursday morning to be arraigned on that.
Thursday morning?
Thursday morning in front of the magistrate to be arraigned on your bench warrant. So
Okay.
it'll be between 8 and 9 a.m. You can zoom in there. So you could zoom in, you could do it by Zoom, but I'd recommend that you probably come in person.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd have to have video to actually come in to zoom in. You can't call in, so you've got to have video. So that's something you might want to take care of, or else you'll have an outstanding warrant for you.
Okay.
All right.
I'll be there.
So that's Thursday, August. I'm gonna write for the file that the plan is Thursday, August 18th.
Okay.
You'll be able to make it in from 8 to 9 that day?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so I'm going to refer the matter to collections and refer to collections so that you can set up a payment plan. And then Thursday morning, you should come in person to be arraigned on the bench warrant that's currently in existence. All right, sir?
Okay.
All right. Any questions for me, Mr. Mack?
Nope. That'll do it.
All right. All right. Thank you, sir. You're all set.
Yep. Thank you. Bye.
So I'm going to call case 18L2419461 and 18L2419463. That is the City of Lansing versus Gabriel Gathers. And I've checked the Zoom courtroom and the actual courtroom, and nobody's appeared. This was set for 11:30 show cause. It's now 11:46. I'm going to indicate that the defendant failed to appear. And I'm going to bench warrant them. So that's all on the record in 18L2419461 and 18L2419463. No. Right, we're on the record in docket 19-01075. That's City of Lansing versus Isadora Perez. This is time set for a show cause hearing on a debt of $180 to the City of Lansing. Mr. Perez is not present in the courtroom. He's not present in the Zoom room. This is scheduled for 11:30. It's now 11:47. So I'm going to indicate for the record that the defendant has failed to appear and issue a bench warrant. That's all for the record in this file.